A house with 200 ghosts, which brought a storm in the lives of 5 members of the family? Do you believe in ghosts, spirits, and spirits? Some people will answer yes, and some will answer no. Today we will tell you about such a true incident, after knowing which you will also be forced to think whether ghosts, spirits, or spirits really exist. The existence of ghosts, spirits, and spirits depends on the belief of a particular person. Many people believe that there is no such thing as ghosts. It is just a misconception. At the same time, many people also believe in ghosts. Today, we are going to tell you about such a true incident, after hearing which you will be forced to think whether ghosts or spirits really exist. In November 2011, a woman named Latoya Ammons came to live in a rented house located on Carolina Street in Gary, Indiana State, with her 3 children and mother, Rosa Campbell. From the beginning, Latoya did not like this house very much. But due to the poor financial condition of the family, they decided to stay in the same house. But after a few days, a series of paranormal events started in this house which troubled Latoya and her family. In December 2011, Latoya's family faced the first incident when locks of big black flies entered their house at once. The most surprising thing was that it is almost impossible to find these flies in the biting cold of December. Because these flies go to warm places in winter, the presence of these flies there in this season was no less than a miracle. According to a report in Independent, Latoya told in one of her interviews that she often heard the sound of someone's footsteps near the stairs of the basement of her house. Tired of these sounds, she had closed the path leading to the basement. But even then, the sound of those footsteps did not stop. Once Latoya's mother saw the blurred shadow of an unknown person. When she tried to follow this shadow, she found nothing except shoe marks. This incident happened on the 10th of March 2012. After this incident, Latoya's family's fear turned into belief. They were convinced that there was a shadow of an evil spirit in the house. But the whole truth was yet to be revealed. That very night, Latoya heard the sound of someone crying from her daughter's room. When Latoya reached her daughter's room with her mother, she was stunned to see the scene there. Latoya's 12-year-old daughter was hanging in the air in an unconscious state. After some time, when the girl regained consciousness, she did not remember anything. Latoya and her family decided to seek help from a priest. Then they narrated their ordeal to the priest of a nearby church. But the priest refused to help them, because the priest was aware of the history of that house. And this fear of his was stopping him from helping Latoya. However, the priest did tell them that the house in which they were living was haunted by not 1 or 2, but 200 ghosts. Latoya was shocked to hear this. The priest advised them to vacate this house as soon as possible. Only then their troubles could be reduced. But Latoya could not leave the house due to poor financial condition. After a few days, evil spirits started entering the bodies of Latoya's 3 children, aged 7, 9, and 12. Their voices had become heavy, and a strange, devilish smile started appearing on their faces. Some nights became so scary for their family that they would often go to hotels and stay there. The shadow of evil spirits had dominated these children to such an extent that many times they had to be admitted to the hospital. The hospital staff was also stunned to know about these incidents. According to the news of Indy Star, Latoya's 9-year-old son suddenly started doing strange things. Once when he was admitted to the hospital, he suddenly started climbing the wall of the hospital room and walking upside down on the roof. The hospital staff also saw this incident. They also confirmed in their testimony to the police that something like this had happened in front of them. After this incident, the police, hospital, and church decided to help Latoya's family. The pastor of the church, Michael Maginot, went to Latoya's house and performed exorcism. After the completion of this ritual, the pastor's health started deteriorating, and the pastor claimed that all this happened to him because of the exorcism in that house. Gradually, Latoya's family was freed from those 200 ghosts, but the terrifying things related to this house always troubled Latoya. Then, with the help of the government, Latoya was shifted to another house. The talk of 200 ghosts in this house had become so famous that even the people living nearby started getting scared. Due to this, the government decided to demolish this house. Then after 6 months, the house was demolished.